when you've got good friends.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Jeff Show. I know you realize I'm not Jeff. Obviously, I'm not Jeff. But it's Monday and Jeff's not here. Some people say they saw Jeff and Pete in the parking lot, apparently having an argument. And everyone's here, so the show must go on, right? And, you know, we have made good plans for today. We listened to your comments. A lot of you liked Anna the model, who lives in the model house. You wanted her back again. And I did. I personally reached out to Anna, and she said she has a dental appointment today. And I said, well, what about tomorrow? And she said, well, you know how sometimes the dentist, your face can be numb and swollen for a while. So anyway, she referred me to someone in the business, someone who has also lived in the model house. So I want to introduce to you Serge. Yes, Serge, tell us about the model house. Yes, I own Model House. When I come to this country, I have only a little money, so I buy a little shithole close to the university. This I rent to students. One of my students, 1 month she tell me she cannot pay. I tell her, I will have to evict you. She said, is there something I can do instead of paying you rent? And I thought about this, and yes, there was something she could do. And as the months went on, she had more friends who would also want to live in the model house in exchange for. And then how did it come about that Anna lives in that model house now? War in Ukraine, terrible thing. George, tell me. So much suffering here. Women without shelter, without enough food. I say, George, send me photos of these women, and I will invite them to come through Mexico to visit me in Model House and stay in Model House. So you've basically created a safe place for these women. I like to call it sanctuary. So Serge, with all the people coming and going from the Model House, how do you keep people safe? Do you have hand sanitizer? Do you check vaccine cards to make sure everybody's had their booster shots? No, I've gun. Oh, I hope you use ear protection when you're shooting your gun. You told me when we were backstage that a lot of these women, when they come here, they need medical attention. Yes, many of the women, they come here, they have breasts that are too small, they have noses too big, they need dental work. After they're here for a couple of months, they get big in the middle. I pay for all these myself. Well, you know, myself, and I can speak for all of the staff here, and our viewers too, we love to get behind a good cause. So what we've done is develop a poster that we're going to sell, and there's a link below on our website, and we're going to donate 50% of the proceeds to Model House. I thank you so much. We will use this money. We are in a project. I am working to reduce our carbon footprint, and we are going to replace all our limousines with Teslas. Serge, thank you so much for coming. You are an inspiration to all of us. You are the American success story. Successful financially and doing social good. We hope that you come back, and we hope that some of your models will come back and join us too. Now, talking about carbon footprints, I was talking to our accountant just before the show started, and he told me that if things keep going the way they are, in 1 month we will be off the grid. No carbon footprint whatsoever. We have an unusual product. It's a case for cell phones. It's called a sublimation case. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, sublimation. Yes, someone had to explain it to me. What it is, It's a special cell phone case that you can transfer images to make it personalized to express yourself on yourself, because we are often holding our cell phones and they're blocking our faces. So the cell phone becomes an important way of projecting ourselves. We have the equipment, or borrowed the equipment. It's a sublimation. You need a sublimation machine, which is kind of like a George Foreman grill. It gets very hot, and you put the cell phone case in there, and the image that you've printed, now printing the image, it has to be done on a sublimation printer with sublimation ink loaded in it, and go on special transfer paper. And when you're done with that process, you put the cell phone case and the image inside the press, and you squeeze it for, about 20 seconds. And then your image is transferred permanently on the cell phone case. And to show you the results, well, we had to return the actual sublimation equipment, but our art department did some mock-ups. And Serge, you're going to be happy to know we were thinking about your business and possibly merchandise that you could sell to your customers. So here's what he came up with. Those are wonderful. And, we could use something like that at this channel. I think, we're not getting as much revenue as we had hoped from AdSense and YouTube views, and nor our affiliates. But if we sold some merchandise like that, mark that down. Next time we're going to do some of this sublimation printing and have some of our own merchandise. Well, what's the takeaway from this? What did we like and what we didn't like? We liked that a good quality, the cases are very good quality. The image does not smear. They're flexible. It comes with 100 images and logos and slogans, so you don't even have to think about it to be creative. You don't have to work hard. You just pick an image that is a unique expression of your individual creativity or your moral superiority, and you just print it out. The third, the instructions are in 12 different languages, including American Sign Language. And you may wonder, well, how is that? It's printed, right? But there's little drawings with little genderless figures signing all the instructions so that you can follow them. Well, what didn't we like? Well, you need about $30,000 between the printer and the big George Foreman grill thing. We don't like the instructions were not clear that you need to remove the phone before you put it in the heat press. And Hank, we're going to get you a new phone. It's not my fault. I thought I'd read the instructions correctly, and the sign language was not clear. The other thing we did is, although it claims to be sustainably made, we did notice the lights in the office dim when we plug in the heat press machine. Well, Serge, that's the end of our show. And we want to thank you for your inspiration and the energy that you brought to our show. And please tell Anna that we miss her and we love her and we hope she'll be back. And next week, we're having Neil deGrasse Tyson. So, come back next Monday, and remember, be bold, be safe.
When you've got good friends.
I did this video as a tribute to Angry King Productions. This channel's been shadow banned for years. I just found them. They are the funniest thing. Everything they do, you will binge watch, you will pee yourself. These people are seriously funny. But you have to search for it exactly. Angry King Productions.